I get to the door, I put in the key, and that key's not turning. And I'm like, shit, did I lose the key or what? What's happening? What's going on over here? I try the other key, nothing. When I knock on the door, her husband, now because they're married, opens the door and tells me, "What do you want?"
Whoa.
I'm like, dude, it's me, Asim. The nephew. Like, what do you mean? What do I like? I'm just shocked at like the way he was standing there. Like he was there like a bodyguard to stop me from entering the house. And I'm just like, where do you want me to go? He's like, I don't care and I don't know. You figure it out. So I take a bus straight to the grandfather's house. Imagine, bro, 6 in the morning, I'm exhausted and it's raining. I knock on the door. My step grandmother opens the door and she's like, "What do you want? You're not
No
welcome
fucking
here."
way.
Yes. And I'm like, what did I do to deserve being kicked out of a house? Then she tells me the story. She tells me the story that my aunt had told them while I was away. Fuck.
You telling me grandpa did not let you in his house?
Nah, man.
Gosh.
He watched me. He watched me sleep on the side of the pavement outside his house. He'd rather see me sleeping there than be inside the DSQ or any other place. And I told him I don't have any other place to go. Who else am I going to call? I have no one else.
Your auntie had done a good one on everybody.
Yeah,
Poisoned everybody.
yeah.
And they believed it. This is before AI. Because grandpa now can believe AI. You can show grandpa two men kissing in AI, and he's going to believe that he just saw two men kissing. So she had to create a scenario where now she had to turn the whole family against you
Against me,
to keep the
exactly.
house because this
Yes.
guy did not have anywhere to take her, and she had to take him in grandpa's house. So you has been ostracized from the family.
I had to be the bad guy. Yes. Man.
I love being the bad guy, but not that far. I am already laughing, bro. I am already laughing. What in the world? Why are you in a tie and a suit? Nigga,
I'm
can I
still
get out better? Ha ha.
I'm on a date, man. I'm on a date.
Cannot be that.
We've already started and we haven't even started yet. Oh man,
You
dude.
know he has been a courtwood already. Ladies and
Already,
gentlemen,
man.
we lost a good one.
Mission mission accomplished, man. So telling all the guys, all right, I see you guys because I'm
It
done,
was
man.
nice
I'm
knowing
gone.
you.
It was good knowing me, man.
You know the guys are gone.
A man in love cannot be changed, huh?
Woo! The nigere. Nakakatato yakagurani.
Oh man, dude, how have you been, man? How's everything on your side?
Busy, busy, busy. I have recorded so many episodes. I am so happy. I'm raking them
Nice, man.
in.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's really good, man. I'm sorry we couldn't connect on Monday. Uh, just the whole scheduling and everything, and then I just lost track of time,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
what
didn't
happens
even
when you
hear from
share
you.
when you share your mornings with a woman. That day is gone.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Anyway, this time I'm not going to make the mistake of closing the browser after the call, and it
Yeah.
didn't upload the whole stream properly to you. So this time I'll make sure I leave it open until it fully uploads. I forgot I was living in a third world, man. The internet is a slow shit internet, man. So we'll
And
just hope
I
and
also
pray.
noticed that you got the special edits on your end, the vertical ones. How did you get those?
No, no. So what I'm doing right now is I'm recording on my end with OBS, and then once I upload it to YouTube, I can use the YouTube app to just create the shorts from there.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, and
But
then so when you're creating the
they look exactly like these AI generated shots with me on top and
yeah
you on the
yeah.
bottom, the vertical ones.
So
You
on the
generate.
YouTube app,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So from the YouTube app, you when you select your video, you can clip your video, and then it also allows you to clip into the video. So the way I'm recording it right now, it's your screen and my screen, right, left and right. But I still have these other buttons and all these things on the side. But you can
Yeah.
crop those out with the app.
Ah, man, you are deep into
Yeah,
this stuff.
yeah.
You should
I
see
know.
how
It's
you should see how simple my setup is. There is nothing here. I have a
but
light here, I have a light here, I have a light behind me. I have two here and one on top. And a table and a little stand just holding the phone. Nothing else.
nothing else. Yeah, yeah.
It is just and my little table here, which I normally use in this space. And that's it.
No, you know the thing is with me, initially my this setup was for music production, right? So just the
Of course,
microphone and the
yes.
mixer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was using that. So I was like, okay, I'm not doing music as much. So I just bought myself a camera and a light stand, and that's about it basically. The laptop I already had it, and software. I mean, learning how to use OBS is just, you know,
You're learning how to use OBS. I'm learning how to use the MacBook. I bought a MacBook almost 2 months ago. I
nice,
set
nice,
it up,
nice.
I looked at it, and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with this thing. I reset it back to factory reset. It sat there for 3 weeks. The other day, 2 days ago, I wanted when I was holding my first space on Ask IQ on X. So I brought it here and I signed on to my Ask IQ X account on the tablet or on the computer, and I'm looking at
Yeah.
it and I'm like, okay, this is confusing. Why does it not look like a phone? I shut it down, put it in the back, and I just concentrated on this. I don't know what I'm doing, bro.
No, but it's whatever you're doing, it's working because I mean, I'm seeing your YouTube channel growing, bro. It's amazing, man. Really good stuff, man. Plus, even the edits, the thing is you keep your content simple and the edits are simple and clean. It's not a lot of like too much jargon and a lot of crazy flashy lights and all that kind of stuff. But I've been experimenting on my channel, so my channel's just been all over the place. I've got music there, I've
Yeah,
got music videos, and now I'm
yeah.
doing this stuff, man. So it is what it is, man.
Perfect, perfect. It's crazy. When I told the audience on YouTube to guess what is weird that is happening, one of the people said it's weird that Mr. USIU traveled to Kenya with his equipment. And I was like, by the way, why did USIU do that?
Okay, so that's a good question. So the reason I did that was I was thinking of leaving my setup here, and then when I travel back, I'll just buy myself some new stuff. So I'll have setup there,
Ah,
and I'll have a
so
setup here.
this is your permanent unit.
Yes, this is my permanent residence, man.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice,
yeah, yeah. Yes.
nice, nice.
Yes. I didn't want to reveal too much, but yeah, now you
So
know,
this
man.
is
You
your
put two and
Kasarani
two together.
Stadium.
This is my unit, bro. This is my retirement home.
Perfect, perfect, perfect,
Yes.
perfect.
Yes,
That's
yes,
nice.
yes. Now,
Yeah, that's a
now the
good idea
second home
because
will,
you can
yeah,
still
now
go
now the
back and
second
buy
home will
another.
probably be in the UK. Exactly.
Yes, and this one
Exactly.
stays there.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's what I'm planning to do when I have a space that can work as an office in Kenya, and
Nice.
I am going to set up the Elon Musk satellite thing.
Nice.
Do you know what it's called?
It's called Starlink.
I'm going to set up a Starlink. It should
Yeah.
work perfectly in that environment,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's
The,
going to serve me there for when I need it.
yeah. Yeah. Because
And
the only thing,
yeah,
yeah, the only thing that's really annoying me is obviously the laggy internet. Although I did try and upgrade to a faster package, but it's still kind of shared. So even though they tell you 50 Mbps or 30 Mbps, it's not really 30. So, but
is
it
that
would just
in
work with
Kenya
what we have.
or in London?
Dude, in London, I'm on half a gig, man. Half a gig, like that's 500 megabits per second. Over here, I have to struggle with 30 Mbps, and I'm just like, what the hell, man?
But
you
what
know?
your bad experience with Starlink was in Kenya or in London?
No, I've never used Starlink. I've never actually used it. But the thing with Starlink is, yes, the download speeds are good. You can get download speeds up to 100 megabits per second.
Yeah.
But your upload speeds is where you'll sacrifice a little bit. So you might not get really good upload speeds, probably
Okay.
maybe 20, 30 megabits per second. And if you're doing a lot of live streaming,
No,
you're
it's not
broadcasting a
for
lot of
that.
content.
It's not
Ah,
for
okay,
that.
okay.
The only thing that will be continuous on it is being hooked on a TV, like for
Then you're good.
very
Yeah.
very minimal entertainment.
Yeah, then you're okay then.
Yeah, I'll do that experiment. It's worth it. See how it works.
Dude, you must come through, man. If you ever do come through to Kenya and I'm here, dude, we must meet up, man.
Or in London. My son keeps telling me to go
Or in
back
London,
for us
yes.
to go back to London.
Dude, you must visit, man. Definitely. Let me know when you're there. We'll definitely link up, man.
I would definitely retire in London. That is given. That place is so beautiful, man. But I want to explore it as much as I can when I can still, go back and forth. But that would be my place for me to settle. That is one of the best places to settle.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. Interesting. That's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, nice, 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 man.
yeah.
Anyway, man, dude, hey, a lot has happened from the time that we had talked. I know it's been a week, but a lot can
Well,
happen in a week, eh?
at least you are breathing. That's a good sign.
So far, so good.
In between, in between your quarters, you are still breathing.
Yeah, but I'm almost getting late for my date, man. So I need to look sharp, and hopefully,
Allah!
let's see.
Allah!
Ah. Huh?
No fear.
Oh man, that's crazy. She's telling me she wants to have some dinner at what's that name of that expensive restaurant? Is it Kempinski or something?
Yeah, Kempinski is eh, it's there,
It's over.
but
It's overrated.
yeah,
Yeah, I
because
know.
they build stuff around it and build a highway, a super highway on top of it. So, uh, uh,
It's not all
but
that, huh?
but the lounge on the roof is a good space, especially now in cool weather.
Ooh,
At
nice,
the very top, the Mediterranean restaurant,
nice,
that one
nice,
is a good
nice,
space.
nice.
Yeah, it's very secluded. There's not so much noise. There's not too much mechanical noise. It's a space that you can go there and chill and enjoy a good time. Yeah, that's my kind of stuff.
Nice,
Yeah,
man.
and Luca, if you are into Italian food, Luca, the the the, the restaurants on the bottom, that's a nice space too for food. And the environment there is very welcoming. They have a long bar and the space is so big. It circles around. And there is that little chatter of people talking and having a good time with little music and the Mediterranean food. I mean the Italian food. Yes,
Italian
that is a
food,
good
yeah.
space. But to chill out, go
Nice.
upstairs and go to the space that is open. Not the real secluded cubicles. Go to the space that is completely on the rooftop.
Nice. So you must be able to get like a really good city view from up there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Especially now
Nice.
that the area has been built around that small. Now it looks very small because of all the developments that have happened. Yeah, you should be able to see very good stuff. Yeah.
Nice, man. That's pretty cool, man. All right, I'll definitely give it a
Mhm.
try, man. I was
Yeah.
like, we link up today, and even next week, I will surprise you again as well. So when we join a call next week, you'll be like,
So
where is this guy?
so you are getting girls that are giving putting in requests. They are dream places, dinner at Kempinski.
No, realistically, bro, no. That's not
No,
happening, man.
yeah.
No, that's not happening. Let me tell you, realistically, that's not happening, man. This is a work week, man. This is a work week. It's just work, and
Yeah.
then I have some family dinners and stuff that I'm going to, man. It's not it's not what I was saying, but
What
yeah.
is what is your favorite to do in the city when you're in Nairobi?
Oh, I love go karting. I go to all the go kartings. I've gone to. There was one in Red Hill. In fact, I just posted a video on my channel when I went to Red Hill. I went go
Yeah.
karting there. I
Yeah.
went to Splash, but Splash was crappy. The go karts are crappy there. Red Hill is the best. There's also another place in Auntie River. I can't remember the name, but even that place is pretty good. And then there's a new one that has opened in Karen
Okay.
Waterfront Mall.
Uh-huh.
There's another go karting there as well. So those areas really good. If you want to go karting, those are the places to
That
go.
that's the inner child in you.
Yes, exactly. Those are the things that I wanted to do when I was a kid in my teenage years, but I couldn't because I didn't have the money. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
we were living hand to mouth, man. So it's amazing that now I can just snap my finger and I'm just there, man. You know.
I remember you telling me that you went to when you were telling the story about the motorcycle. That hotel that has a nice link. That is not your thing?
Okay, no, okay, so not really ice skating real per se. Mostly maybe skateboarding. Yeah, skateboarding, and in fact, skateboarding. That's a story for another day. We built a skateboarding society of Kenya. We got sponsorship from Germany. People came in from Germany and built a skate park, the first skate park in Nairobi, in near Kangemi, and we actually helped build a skate park there for the orphanage for the kids. It was
Yeah.
amazing, man. So yeah, so
Nice.
skateboarding is my first passion, and then from skateboarding I moved on to like go karting and all these other outdoor activities, man.
Kahawa imeanza kushika. Kahawa imeanza kushika.
Nice.
Man, nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this session I wanted us to, last session I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to finish the second
The
part
part two,
of the story. Yeah, the
Auntie.
part two of the Auntie from Hell. But
Auntie
then
from
I think
London.
we got a bit, yes, and then we got a bit sidetracked. So I wanted to share that story. And there was also another thing I wanted to talk about. I'd put down some notes, mental notes, and I was like, we must discuss this. There was something interesting I learned first before we even we even talk about these other things. Huh? There was something interesting I learned. Do you know what Sim 1 and Sim 2 mean?
Oh, you are just discovering that now? Kenobia?
I was
We
like,
have a
what?
we have a virgin in our hands.
I was shocked. I was shocked when I found out
So one
what it
of
meant.
one of one of those Kikuyu women told you that you can put it in sim too. Negoreta koje la Kenobia.
Oh man, I was like, what the French toast is going on here, man?
Do you know
Man,
what sim one, sim two is?
yeah, man. I watched the video.
Yeah?
I watched the video. I watched the video. Someone talking about Sim One, Sim Two. I was like, what are these guys talking about? Then he explained it, and I was like, man, which world am I living in?
Hmm? You are still
Hey,
children.
women.
You are still children.
I don't even know anything. I thought I knew stuff, but hey, I need to go back to the drawing board, man. Okay. Second thing I wanted to talk about was in my previous video. Remember, we had the session last week. Someone commented and there was a girl there who commented, and she says, "Respect goes both ways for a man and a woman, same to being loyal." Okay? And it got me thinking. And I remember,
This is our latest video, the one that is on top of my post.
yes, yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. So she commented, and that's what she said. Respect goes both ways for a man and a woman, same to being loyal. And I remember we had talked about the man not like there's nothing like man being loyal. Like, but I was thinking a little bit about that, and I thought the way a man can be loyal is by his provisioning. Or am I wrong there?
No,
If
keep
if
going.
you so if you so this is the way I see it, right? This is the way I see it, and then you can maybe tell me your interpretation of that, right? So a man can be loyal by his provision. A woman can be loyal by not sleeping around, by not being promiscuous. So I think the definition of loyalty is different. That's how I kind of see it. So when she was talking about both of them, both the man and the woman need to be loyal, but I don't think she fully understands that the loyalty is kind of different.
Women
So,
understand everything. Women
sorry?
understand everything. Women understand everything. Everything.
And we are the ones who don't know anything. Huh?
Bro,
Yeah.
the the subject of that conversation where she is commenting under was that women have figured out a way to shift their responsibility in a relationship to the man. Loyalty and respect is given by the woman to the man. But now the modern man is being asked to be loyal and to respect a woman. She knows exactly what she's saying. Women use words to influence outcome, not to communicate information. They influence outcome in their favor. And you are right, yes. A loyalty to a man, for a man, is in his commitment to the relationship. And a man can commit to so many things, including a relationship. Men are able to multitask. And I'm not just talking about sexual relationships, no. A man gives 100 to his job, and 100 to his family, and 100 to the relationship,
Yeah.
and 100 to the children, and 100 to the boss, and 100 to the people beneath him. A man can give 100 of everything. That is called commitment, not loyalty. Loyalty is given to the man by the woman. You cannot go anywhere, even in a job, and tell the man, you have to be loyal to this job. No, you have to be committed to this job. But for a relationship to work, the woman has to be loyal to the man.
Yeah.
Because
Makes sense.
a woman submits, a woman respects, a woman follows, a woman honors, and a woman respects the man. You cannot do all those things if you are not loyal. What they have done, they have taken respect and honor and submission and follow, and they have taken them out of the equation and they have replaced it with love. A woman cannot love a man. They don't know what that is. So when you see a woman saying she loves a man, but she disrespects him, but she loves him. She dishonors him, but she loves him. She disagrees with him, but she loves him. She does not submit to him, but she loves him. It's the only way for them to escape what is the responsibility is in a relationship. That's why they are forcing the modern man to take up her load as if it was his load and give it back to her. The only thing a man is supposed to give a woman is love and commitment to the relationship. End of story. But do you know who has a problem with what I just said? The modern man.
The modern man. Right. 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 Right.
Yes.
Man.
Yes. Because he's the one who has been handed this hardball to propagate the messaging of the woman, unbeknown to him. So now he thinks he should respect a woman. That is debatable now. Now, I am the problem for questioning that. But the beef
Yeah.
is not coming from the woman. Because a woman, the moment a woman realizes, oh, this one here is a spoiler, he knows what's up, they avoid that man. They avoid that conversation. But the guy does not know that this conversation he was handed to propagate it on behalf of the woman. So the woman can keep quiet. And now the weak boy here is the one arguing with whether we should respect women. No, we should not respect women. We should love women. It covers everything. But who is arguing with the issue of respect and submission and honor and respect and follow? The man. Because he was handed that responsibility by the woman,
Yeah.
the modern man. Yeah.
Bro, give me 1 second. Let me just double check my internet connection. I can hardly, like, you're really breaking up. I don't know what's going on here. Give me a second. Give me one moment.
On my end, everything looks so good. You are not even swimming in some ocean water.
Yeah, but like you are really
Yeah,
blurring. Like I can hardly see you.
yeah.
Let me just double check
The only thing you are doing is freezing just for a tiny second.
for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Anyway, we'll just see how it comes out in the end.
yeah.
Man,
I
that's
I
that's
have
wild.
I have I have I have very good experience in editing. So even like the last time when it did not completely upload your end, I was still
Yeah.
able to squeeze it in there and make it look seamless.
Yeah, I was really impressed. Like, how did you manage to do that? That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
I spend a
Nice.
lot of time. My concentration when I'm editing is out of this world.
Well, hopefully this time I'll let this video upload properly before I shut down the
Yeah.
browser. So we should be okay, man. Okay, there was another thing. I was thinking about. This is something that I actually discovered. So, and I think this was through experience, obviously. One thing I've realized, the way you go for a job interview, there are three things that you need. You need some skill set, you need skills, you need qualification, and you need references. When you're going for a job application, when you're doing a job application, you need to have at least these three things. And references is the most important because it proves to the potential employer that you know where you're claiming you're coming from and what you're claiming you can do. They can verify that by going and checking with the references. They can say, oh, okay, I worked at this company. Oh, I can go and check the reference. Yes, I worked at that company. One thing I've noticed that most men are not doing, and I think this was also something that I was not doing, and I think it's a massive red flag, is finding out your future wife's or your future girlfriend's friends. Finding out who she's hanging out with, who she socializes with. Because I've had a lot of experiences where I'm talking to a girl and then she tells me, oh, those friends that I had in high school, they're no longer my friends. They're very toxic. I don't hang out with those people anymore. She doesn't want to reveal to you the kind of people that she was hanging out with. And me, I'm very open with the people that I share, I hang out with. And even if those people were bad, I'd still share that. I'd be like, okay, I used to hang out with this person, but I realized he was a bad influence and I stopped hanging out with him. Why? Because of A, B, and C. One thing I've really, really, really noticed with women is they will never tell you what kind of friends they were hanging out with. And I think this is the biggest way that I think a man can really know what kind of a girl this woman is. Because if she's not able to tell you which people she's hanging out with, because your friends will tell you. If you talk to your friend, if you talk to my friends, for instance, right, without me being present, my friends will tell you, oh yeah, Sim is this kind of a guy. He doesn't like doing this. He doesn't like doing that. They'll share some stories about the things that they did with me, and you will get a better picture of who I am as an individual. But these girls that I've talked to, and they don't want to share who their friends are, who they hang out with, bro. That to me is a massive red flag, man. So what do you think about that? What do you think about that take?
You know, it just hit me right there at the end that I'm talking to Mr. USIU. And I remembered where we started with your shenanigans with the girls in your life. I was like, no wonder. No wonder it's this guy.
Oh, this is me, man. This is me.
So,
But
finish your part.
I was just going to say that it I had to go through all of these bad experiences and interactions to finally actually realize this and sit back and actually think about the situation and say, hang on a second, why isn't she sharing who she hangs out with? Because if everything else checks out, right? Everything, she's submissive, she's kind and feminine and all those other things, right? But then she doesn't want to tell you who her friends are. Yeah.
Question. How do you know about a woman's body count?
Okay, me personally, I don't think we can ever know. And they will lie. You can never know. You can never know. I don't think you can ever know.
But
There is no way of knowing.
the accuracy of it is in choice number one, asking, or choice number two, paying attention to the story she gives. Which one would you go for, Kenodia?
I wouldn't really believe the story because actions speak louder than words, right? I'd see her actions. I wouldn't really listen to her stories. I'd look at her actions. Her behavior dictates how she is in actuality rather than what she says. But
So my point is, a
I've
woman
learned this now.
asking a woman her body count, you have already decided that you don't want to know about the body count. The way you figure out what her body count is in the stories that she tells when she's not responding to the question of her body count. Correct? It's the random
Yeah, right,
stories.
right,
Oh,
right.
this place, this was a good place. There is this guy I used to date, and he took me to Diani in that cave restaurant. I have taken a girl there. So I mean, that's one of the damages now. And now you'll be like,
Ah,
So there was a guy alikupeleka kwa cave restaurant in Diani. Okay, now that is
yes.
a body count.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's the same way you figure out what kind of girls her friends have been by the stories she tells. Because women love venting about their frustrations with their friends. We get accused for not paying attention when she is ranting about her friends. Correct?
That's very
One,
true.
one of the main one of the main accusations against a man by a woman in a social interaction is he does not listen to me, he does not pay attention to me, and he is emotionally disconnected. All those things have one thing in common. It's when she's talking. If you tune out, she can tell. If you don't engage with her roller coaster, she can tell. If you're not paying attention, she can tell. And it's in those moments when she wants to be listened when she's venting. And women vent more about their friends than anything else. Then you get to know the kind of stories that are being attached to the girls. And that's how you know that when she say her friends were toxic, She was the toxic one.
Oh, I cannot disagree with that
Imagine,
one, man.
imagine, imagine for a minute, right? Imagine for a minute, your ex, the one who took you through the roller coaster of having cancer, and then
Yes.
the next sentence was she's getting married and she's disappeared in a relationship.
Yeah.
Imagine that level of toxicity in the next relationship when she's giving these stories to this Kenovia and she's trying to paint you as having been the bad guy. All you have to do is listen.
Oh
I
yeah.
was listening to us. I was listening to a space on Kanye West before we joined this life, and there is a woman there that was giving her own story without knowing that she's giving her own story because the only thing she wants is those small boys there to pay attention to her.
Right.
And she said she dated a guy that she had no respect for. And then she told him, give me time. I need time. Every time you hear a woman saying I need time, obviously
Yeah.
now
Anytime I need
she's
space.
on the other side of the resort. It means that she is
Yeah.
looking to monkey branch. This is Ioba. That is her name. She's somebody else has put up an application. When a woman says, give me time. So she's telling these small boys that are clueless, but she's benefiting from their attention, even
Oh
when they are
yes.
not asking follow-up question. So in that 7-10 minutes, she reviewed everything that I needed to know about her if I was interested in her story. She dated an older guy, 15 years older than she is. She did not see her future in him. So she is telling the boys that I told him to give me time. Women don't want time when they're in a right relationship. They
Oh
rush
yeah.
against time. They
Yes.
rush
Yes. Yes. Yes.
against time. When a woman is asking for time, she has already tuned out. How do we know? She is not with that guy. It was the wrong guy. And the guy she is with is equally as old. So it was not the age factor. Moolah.
Yeah.
Because if she play that league, now she's weighing, can I get a better older man
Yeah.
than this
Better
one?
option.
Yes. The value of the source of her provision.
Provision.
And then she hide behind, I don't want to brag, but I don't need anything from man. I have my own money. Women never have their own money. Women, I mean, look at Waiguru. Waiguru is arguably a prominent, very well-off woman. Or the daughter of Kerocha. They don't go around saying they have their own money. They want the man's money because they want to feel like a woman still. So when you hear a woman saying, I have my own money, she's run away from that Kinovia was broke. And I got a better one. That's why you hear children in the background crying because now I settled with the right one.
Yeah.
16 years older than I am, 1 year older than the one I dumped. But pesa yake ilitosha. Everything else in the story is a jumper.
Man. Man.
So yeah, you just pretend that you are paying attention when they are going off. Women complain to men about other women. Period. That is your telltale sign.
But you know,
If
most
you
of the
pay,
time men. But you know, most of the time men tune out because for men, I kind of feel like people and events don't like people don't really interest us. More of like things and you know something more technical interests us. You know, like how does the network work? How does the roads work? How do you know something more technical is more interesting to have a conversation with another man. You know, it's yeah. I think that's why most men who are in marriages, they just tune out from their women. They're like, I can't listen to this. She's talking about Jennifer and Lucy and all this other nonsense, and they were going on a picnic. I don't want to hear that nonsense, you know. But you're right,
Yep.
because inside
Yep.
there, hidden in that code, is the secret. Yeah, is basically what
Exactly.
she's going through.
Exactly. Exactly. The
Man.
women she goes to club with, the women she goes to parties with, the women she goes to house parties with, that's where the juice is. And they are so happy, cluelessly, to give those stories.
Yeah.
That's the only way for you to pick up what kind of friends she has hung up with. Because you have to know what kind of people she has surrounded herself with to
Yeah.
know who she is. What do they say? Show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are.
Exactly. Yes.
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 Man. Every day we learn something new. It's all good, man.
So was this one of these girls that you are experimenting with? Is that where this one is coming from, Kenobia?
I don't want to say too much, man. You know, she's already commented on the video, so if I say too much, you know how it is, man. You know how it is.
How do I ask that question? How do you get them from YouTube comments into the bedroom?
Hey,
YouTube does
that's
not
a
have an inbox.
no. I know.
YouTube does not have an inbox.
That is a conversation for another day. I will show you some cheat codes. I can't reveal all the secrets today, man. We have to save some content for the next video, man.
Ah, Mr. Casanova. Hey. Uh-huh.
Anyway, man. But you know, it's just so weird, bro. Like, if you would have asked me this question 10, 15 years ago in my
Yeah.
20s, even early 20s, bro, no one even wanted to know. I was like a grain of sand on the beach, man. No one even knew I existed. Now all of a sudden, bro, I'm getting proposals.
Bro,
And I'm like,
your USIU girlfriend proposed for
proposed.
marriage to you. We
Yeah.
we we know you are we know you are Ango Kinovia. We know you are Ango. A woman knelt on one knee and presented to you, Kenovia, will you marry me?
Yeah.
We know
Man.
what you attract. We are not judging.
Man. Well, anyway, the good thing is at least I have the information. Now it's the application. Hey, man. Anyway,
Man,
anyway,
man,
anyway.
man, Kenovia.
Well,
You
we
have
live and
seen
we
bad
move on.
things.
Dude, I haven't even told, like, there's so many other stories. In fact, I was just making notes of the other things that I wanted to share with you, man. There was a story of the time I got hit in the head and I almost died. Yes, this was back in 2015, 2014. Okay. There was a time I got arrested at Givenchy Gardens. There was a time I got arrested at Globe Roundabout. There was a time in the UK a friend of mine got arrested for something stupid that he did with an illegal car. So there are all these stories that I need to tell you, man. So we need to go slowly, step by step. And out of these four, I think three of them are all related to women. So yes, it's wild, man. It's
You were
I've been on a
you
crazy
were
journey.
having sex with a woman at Givenchy Garden, Kenovia.
No, that's what? No, that's not what I said. Why would I do it at Givenchy, man?
Do you know you're not a black guy? Do you
Don't
do you do you forget that you're not a black guy?
don't
That you
clip
stick
that
out like a
video.
sore thumb?
I know what you're doing. You're gonna clip
We
the
can
video at that
we
point.
can see your ass from a mile away, Kenobia, at Givenchy Garden. You are not a green grass in the snake, and the green snake in the grass. Things for apart.
Man.
No, it's not this for apart. It's Betrayal in the city. Sorry, the green grass in the snake.
Dude, you're killing me,
We can
man.
see your white ass in the grass, Kenodia. You are not a black guy.
I know,
I
man. I
know. You've
know.
dated so many black guys, you think you're black. It does not work like that.
Doesn't work like that, huh? What if I
No.
identify? What if I identify
You
as
can
black?
identify as all you want. Mr. Allahu Akbar.
Dude, you're killing me, man. You're killing me, man. Hey, man. I am a product of the environment I was brought up in. That's all I can say.
Yes. Yeah. South
Yes.
B. Is it
South
South B or
Sea.
South C?
South Sea,
South
man.
C.
South B was the bad side. Yeah, man. Man. Anyway, man. Anyway.
So
All
are
right.
you in
So,
touch with your auntie?
which
Did
one?
you
The
tell
one
her you are
from
coming to
UK?
Kenya?
The one from UK.
Yeah. Auntie, I'm going to Kenya. Do you have something to say to Grandpa? No?
Hey, bro. The last time I talked to her was the day I left, which was so okay. So now this good. This is good. Now I can transition into the story. So last I think I talked about was I was still there and we were planning to now the whole process of how I was going to move out. So
Hmm.
that time I was on very good terms with my grandparents and they were living very close to where my auntie was living, and they
Oh, your
invited me.
grandparents are British. They are also British.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So they were living from my mom's side. They were living very close to where my auntie was living. So they invited me over. They were like, "Hey, why don't you just come over? Have some lunch with us and show us how the computer works." So I was like, "All right, cool. Let me go there and hang out." Now, remember, I couldn't tell them exactly what was going on back home,
With auntie,
right?
with their daughter.
Yes,
Yeah.
with their daughter, exactly. I couldn't say anything. Now, at that time, my grandfather had remarried. So that was step grandmother.
Okay.
So she wasn't very fond of me, but at least my grandfather he was on good terms with me.
Yeah.
So I went there. I tried to be very quiet and I didn't want to share a lot of information. I said, let me just keep quiet and just, ask them how they're doing, help them with their chores and whatever they want to do.
And setting up the computer.
Yeah. But by accident, I had mentioned that. So they asked me about my work and everything. And I was just telling them some stories about work, and I accidentally slipped up and I mentioned that, oh, one day when I was heading back home, there was a weird car parked. There was a really good car parked outside the house, and I saw it and I was like, wow, that's amazing. So then from there they were like, hang on a second, what do you mean, which car? Whose car was this? And then from whose car it led to, okay, who was this then in the house? And what was that person doing there? And I I really tried to not say too much, but I ended up just giving up some information and just said, oh yeah, this was just a friend of hers. He had come to visit and he was probably at home when I was not there. And when I came back from work, he was just leaving, and that's all I said. But they put two and two together and they already knew she was bringing guys over to the house. Now, I left there. I left and I just went back home and just the normal routines, going back to work. But I noticed that she started distancing herself and she stopped talking to me, my auntie, when I went back home.
Oh shit. Oh
Yes.
shit.
She kept quiet. Like initially she was sharing a lot with me, but this time around
Yeah.
she just kept quiet and she just distanced herself. And I was like, oh, this is actually really good. At least I can mind my own business. I can just, focus on my work, go to work and, do my own errands and stuff. And actually that month, I think it was around Aprilish, April, May there. Things started picking up and I was getting really good in the groove of work and everything, and I made some good workmate friends. Now I made a good friend at work and we were talking, and you can talk to someone and you can realize that, okay, this person is kind of on the same page with me. We have the same habits, and we have the same like interests, I guess you can say. And maybe it wouldn't be so bad if him and I chipped in together and moved into our own apartment. Us guys, we're the same age. I think at that time I was like 27. I was like, oh, that's perfect. You know, we can just do that. That sounds like a good idea. It would be better than me living with this toxic thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me talk to him and see what to do. So we planned, we were searching for a place, and we saved up some money. Around June, I was planning to move in with this guy. We were all set. We had found the apartment. We were ready. I was just about to pay the deposit. And I get a call from back home in Kenya, my mom. And she tells me she has been hiding this from me for a couple of months, but she had contracted cataract in both her eyes. Fuck. Now I'm like, let me paint you a picture of what's happening back home. At that time, my sister was 12, 13 years old. My dad is paralyzed in the bed. My mom is the only person who is taking care of these two people.
Yeah.
She's dropping my sister to school. She's 24/7 medical like care for my dad. My dad my dad at that time was completely disabled. He was not able to move, completely bedridden. So she was doing everything for him. And you know, hiring a nurse and the healthcare here in Kenya, it's extremely expensive. You know, at least if she was in the UK, things would have been different. But that's even a story for another day. But anyway, and I'm like, freaking hell, man. If she goes for the surgery and she's supposed to be she's supposed to be like bedridden for like a month and a half.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is going to take care of the family? How are things going to run? And at that time, the only thing I could think of was to go back. So that money I saved up for the apartment to move in with this guy, I told him, look, man, I'm having family problems back home. Let me just go back home and take care of my mom. I can come back. These jobs, they're plentiful. Maybe 3-4 months I'm back home. Even if I quit this job, I don't care. Take care of family first, and then I come back and I'll start the process again. If I made it here and I was able to get a job, I can do it again. I've done the process. I know what to do now.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fine, fuck it. I went back home. I talked to my auntie and I told her, look, this is the situation with your sister. This is what she's going through. And then she's like, okay, so how long are you going to go for? So the plan was maybe 4 to 5 months. So I bought a return ticket to fly back in December. I told her, look, I'm going to go do the surgery, stay with her until she heals, and then I'll fly back. She's like, okay, cool. So I was like, okay, this sounds fine. Everything looks okay. So I handed in my notice to the workplace. So that was 1 month notice. And in a month's time, I was about to fly out, right? So that was July. So suddenly, my auntie tells me that she's dating someone at work. Now she's sharing this news with me. And I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm happy for you. Whatever, you do you, man. Me, the only thing I'm thinking about is like my mom's eye surgery and everything. And like the whole process of going back and everything. And I left some things behind in the house, but I'll get to that later. So she starts telling me about this guy she's dating. Now she introduces me to this guy. And at that time she was 42 or 40. The guy is 50 years old. He's her manager. And I'm looking at the guy, he's talking to me, and he's telling me, yeah, I've never married before. And remember, my auntie, who was already divorced, This is going to be probably her. This is going to be her second marriage now if she marries this guy. And I'm just looking at her. I'm looking at him, and he's like, yeah, I've never been in a relationship before, but your auntie and I, we really clicked, and things have just hit off. And I really like her, and I think maybe I'm gonna ask her the question, and maybe we just tie the knot. And I was just looking at him like, hey, bro, if you even knew the things I knew, you wouldn't be marrying this thing. But anyway,
Spoiler. Spoiler.
no, but that's not a spoiler. Hang on. This guy lives with his parents. 50-year-old, 45, 49, 48-year-old guy is still living with his parents. He has an older brother, a younger brother. They're all living in the same house. The guy has never
Oh
been in a
gosh.
relationship before. The guy has never been in a relationship, never had girlfriends, never been married before. The guy is what is he called? What is that name of the job that he was telling me he does? Chartered accountant. So he's making some good money.
Is
And
is he is he white or Asian?
oh, that's a good question. Huh. I think he was a mix of Asian and white because
Oh,
his, yeah, yes. I think his mom was white, if I remember. I can't remember exactly. I didn't really meet them, but that's from what he told me.
yeah.
So yeah. So then, okay.
And I'm and,
So
and
you
and I'm
guys
and
are,
I'm asking because of the variations of the cultural practices in both those
yes,
extreme families. What
yes,
in the Asian culture, it would be normalized for a 50-year-old to be living with the parents, but not
yes,
a white Briton.
yes. So
Yeah.
his dad was Asian. So those values were instilled from his dad's side.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now this guy, he's never been in a relationship, he's never married, and now he wants to marry her. And he's telling me, like, yeah,
42.
I really like your auntie. And I'm like, okay, cool. Me, I didn't want to intervene. I was like, yo, me, I have my own things to deal with. I don't want to deal with this. Whatever the hell is going on over here. Because
Yeah.
after that discussion I had with him and all the things that he told me about his past and everything, days later I just see them, they're going on hotel trips together, like they want to go and book a hotel together. He's coming over some nights and spending the night, and I'm just like, I don't want to involve myself with anything. Me, the only thing I'm thinking about is this is the date for my ticket, this is the date for my flight, and I'm going back. That's it, man.
Yeah.
And my resignation was 2 days before my flight. So I just finished work on, I think it was a Wednesday, oh no, Thursday I was going to fly out. So Monday I finished work. Monday was my last day. 2 days I just pack and I just leave. And I was planning to just leave some few things behind so that at least when I come back, I don't have to carry everything. So that's what she's doing. Next thing I know, my auntie sits me down and she tells me, "Oh, we're planning to get married around November." I'm like, "But I'm gonna fly back in December, so maybe if you guys can wait or something." She's like, "No. We really want to get married, and just lock in everything. I really like this guy. He really likes me, and we just want to tie the knot. And I think the earliest date that we can get is November."
Mm-hmm.
And now she starts guilt tripping me to postpone my flight or change my flight dates so that I can be there for the wedding. And I'm telling her, "Do you understand the reason I'm traveling back? I'm not traveling back for a vacation." And she's like, No, I understand, but this is the only dates that I can get. In my head, I
Wow.
wish I told her this in person, but in my head I'm thinking, for all these years you were fooling around. Now suddenly you're getting married and now it's a
Mm-hmm.
rush.
Yeah.
But all of this will make sense later on. Just hey, man, dude, if I even told you, freaking out. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. So I'm just like, I can't make it for the wedding. Now we start arguing over that. That's the argument now.
Wow.
Oh, you don't care about me. I sacrificed so much to bring you here. I did all of this to take care of you and host you and help you out. And the least you could do is just stay for my wedding. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
I just caught my flight, flew back to Kenya, did the operation. You know, when I flew, after I left the house, on the day that I was flying out, on that day, she didn't even drop into the airport. She had a sudden appointment or some work thing. She wasn't even home. So I was like, yo, I'm just gonna take an Uber. I'm out of here. I flew back. When I was in Kenya, the whole time, for those 3 to 4 months, I didn't hear from her. I would text her just to check in, like, hey, is everything okay? She'd be like, yeah, everything's fine, and that's it. She wouldn't really say anything. She would just be quiet. So I'm wondering, okay, whatever. So the operation went okay. My mom took like 2 months to recover. The doctors were like, okay, everything went fine. I actually took her to, I don't know if you know this hospital, Lions Eyesight. They do
Yeah.
really
In
good.
Loreto.
Yeah.
In
They do a
Loreto.
really good job.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
professional doctors, amazing place, man.
Yeah.
So so I took her there and they did everything and they told her like she needs to be like, just lying down for like a month. Like she doesn't need to do anything strenuous and everything like that. So everything
Yeah.
went perfectly fine. So I'm just chilling. Before I left, I think the only money I had left at that time, man, because obviously, staying back home and I'm not working, hey, I was burning through my savings like there's no tomorrow. So I had like about 120,000 left. And I'm like, hey, I need to go back with this money. She's probably going to ask for some money for the bills and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to put some money aside. Plus, I'm also going to leave some money aside for the family just in case if they need to, buy groceries and all that. So I'm like, fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I fly back to the UK. I have the
Which
house
month?
key.
Which
Oh,
month?
this was December, bro. I will never forget this.
Oh, so you kept your
December.
timetable.
Yes, I kept my timetable, man, because I had
Yeah.
bought a return ticket when
Mm-hmm.
I had booked it that time.
Yeah.
Okay. When I reached the house door and I have the house key, I'm putting the house key into the keyhole. First of all, let me just explain to you the whole, like, it's a 9-hour flight. In fact, no, actually, I didn't even do a direct flight because I couldn't afford a direct flight at that time. I could only afford connecting flights because they were cheaper. That's an
Yeah.
11-hour flight. 11-hour flight. I arrived at 6 in the morning on Saturday morning, bro. Saturday morning, 6 a.m. I was exhausted. The only thing I'm thinking about is I get to the house, I get into my room, and I'm sleeping. That's all I could think of. I get an Uber. Now, the Uber at that time costed me 40 pounds. 40 pounds, if you convert that at that time to Kenya shillings, was about 7K.
Yeah.
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 I'm like, screw it. It's okay, man. All of this money, I'll make it back. It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind. I paid for the Uber. I got there. I have 2 suitcases and a laptop bag. No, sorry. I had 1 suitcase and a laptop bag. Okay. So my laptop, my computer, and everything is in my laptop bag, and my suitcase is with my clothes. I get to the door. I put in the key, and that key is not turning. And I'm like, shit, did I lose the key or what? What's happening? What's going on over here? I tried the other key, nothing. I'm like, no, but this is the only key to the house. What's going on? Why am I not able to turn this key? And I realize she's changed the locks. So at that point, I'm like, okay, maybe maybe it was just an emergency. Maybe she needed to change the locks. Okay, so I knock on the door. When I knock on the door, her husband, now because they're married, opens the door and tells me, "What do you want?"
Whoa.
I'm like, dude, it's me, Asim. The nephew. Like, what do you mean? What do I like? I'm just shocked at like the way he was standing there. Like he was there like a bodyguard to stop me from entering the house. And I'm just like, where do you want me to go? He's like, I don't care and I don't know. You figure it out. So the next thing I do is I call my grandfather because that house she's living in is my
His
grandfather's.
grandfather's house.
Yeah. So I'm like, the first thing I did is I called my grandfather. My grandfather is even hesitant to pick up the phone. So I take a bus straight to the grandfather's house. Imagine, bro, 6 in the morning, I'm exhausted and it's raining. Fuck. I'm like, okay, at least my grandfather can understand and be like, okay, that's messed up what she did, you know? I go there. Now, let me paint you a picture of my So she's living in a 3-bedroom house. My grandfather is living in a 3-bedroom house with a DSQ in the back. I knock on the door. My step grandmother opens the door and she's like, "What do you want? You're not
No
welcome
fucking
here."
way.
Yes. And I'm like, what did I do to deserve being kicked out of a house? Then she tells me the story. She tells me the story that my aunt had told them while I was away. Fuck. My auntie made a letter and she forged my signature on that letter. And on the letter, it says that I am going to invite a girl from Kenya to come live with us, and we're going to eventually kick out my auntie from the house. Yes. And my grandfather believed all of that. So my grandfather's looking at me like, I have this letter with your signature. He was like, I've not written this letter. What are you talking about? Why would I? If I wanted to do that, I would have done that a long time ago. Why would I even do that? I understand I'm living with her. She's hosting me. Why would I kick her out? In fact, I was very grateful that she brought me over. He's like, nope, I don't trust you. I don't believe you. From all the stories I've heard from your auntie, you're out. Bro, by this time, it was 7 a.m., 7, 8 a.m. there. I don't even know the time, bro. I was so exhausted. And you know the jet lag you get from like a 9-hour flight, 11-hour flight, you're done. It's raining. I don't have a place to stay, bro. I was homeless for 2 days. The whole of Saturday and the whole of Sunday. When I tell you I've been through shit, this was the most fucked up moment of my life.
You telling me grandpa did not let you in his house?
Nah, man.
Oh my gosh.
He watched me. he watched me sleep on the side of the pavement outside his house. He'd rather see me sleeping there than be inside the DSQ or any other place. And I told him, I don't have any other place to go. Who else am I going to call? I have no one else.
Your auntie had done a good one on everybody,
Yeah.
poisoned everybody,
Yeah.
and they believed it. This is before AI, because grandpa now can believe AI. You can show grandpa two men kissing in AI, and he's going to believe that he just saw two men kissing.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Bro, that weekend was the hardest. It was a man. I remember I told you there was a time I've been down there in hell. Like I've been down there and there's nowhere else to go but up now from there. So if you've seen the demons down there, then
Simply because you did not come in November to attend her wedding. That's
yes.
it. That's all the beef.
No, not only that. Not only that, I have it. Oh, yes. So sorry, I didn't tell you the punchline. So I found out through my mom, because my grandfather talked to my mom. I found out that the reason that my auntie was hesitant. Sorry, no, wait. If I remember it perfectly, I want to remember it exactly the way it happened. When she announced that she was marrying this guy, my grandfather, this is what my mom had heard. My grandfather called my auntie and told her, once you get married, you move out and live with the guy. And you give that
Ah,
house, and you give that house
ah,
to who? Who's going to get that house?
Asim,
Yes.
Asim.
There you
I
go.
get it now.
Yes.
So she had to create a scenario where now she had to turn the whole family against you
Against me.
to keep the
Exactly.
house because this
Yes.
guy did not have anywhere to take her, and she had to take him in grandpa's house. So you has to be ostracized from the family.
I had to be the bad guy. Yes.
I love being the bad guy, but not that far.
Yeah, man. This story, hey, dude, this thing traumatized me, bro, to another level where I even made a freaking song about it. I wrote some lyrics. I had, I was having fantasies of going and just doing something really messed up to her. But I was like, nah. She had installed CCTV outside her house so she sees who's coming to the door. Hey, and you know it's the UK. If you do anything against a woman, you're screwed.
Holy moly.
The way I had to really, I think it took me like 2 years to just get used to going out and socializing with people. 2018, 2019, I think by 2020 is when I was like, okay, maybe I can now do something outside.
Gosh.
That day when I was kicked out, it was raining. My laptop got water damage, phone got water damage. So I can't even call people. I can't even use my laptop. Man, bro, I had to start from nothing again on the streets. And the fucked up thing is, even this story when I shared it with my closest friend, he wasn't even like, "Nah, you're lying. This can't be true." I'm like, "Bro, I was on the streets, man."
Holy moly.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
Do you know how I got off the streets? Bro, my dad and my mom, they were crying. They were crying. Like they couldn't do anything. What could they do? The only thing they could do was just call my grandfather, call my auntie, call someone, but nothing. They couldn't even reach me because my phone's fucked. My laptop's screwed. So even my laptop, which would have helped me to get a job at least, that's screwed. The only thing I'm thinking about is where am I going to sleep tonight? And outside the temperatures are -7, -5.
It's December.
It's December, man. And it's
Yeah.
December. Who's going to employ me in December? Everyone is closed. All the businesses have closed. Bro, hey, man. That's why, hey, fuck, man. And the way I got out of that situation was my dad. My dad, no matter how paralyzed he was, he said, I have some contacts. I can reach out to some of his old friends in the UK. He knew a guy that knew a guy, and he told that guy, please reach out to my son. He's living around the Slough Council. There's a council area on the high street over there in Slough. Just go around over there. You'll find him somewhere sleeping outside. Please just go and help him out.
Man.
Yeah. And then he got me off the streets. He gave me a small room and he told me, okay, you can just live here for a month, get a job, and then you can pay me back later. And that's how I started life, from the rubble. So today, sitting here in a suit, sitting in my own place, do you know how proud and like I feel like it even feels like a fucking dream, you know? This is why I chose to wear a suit for this story, because I feel like if I've been through that shit, huh? This is it, man.
Holy fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I'm having goosebumps just listening to this story. I can't believe it.
Yeah, man. My life is like a fucking movie, man. Yeah.
Whoa. Family did you dirty.
Yeah, man.
My goodness.
Yeah, man.
Holy moly.
Fuck. Even when I just think about it, man, it took me 2 years to even be comfortable, like talking to people, socializing. I think back in 2020 was when I was able to get some courage to travel back, and at least go and see my dad and my mom and everyone. And fuck, man. And then to top it off, 2020, when I traveled in 2020, I never knew that was going to be like the last time I'd see my dad, because 2021 March he passed away. And it's like, fuck, man, trauma after like difficulties. Fuck, man. Yeah, man, that's life.
Whoa, man. That is dirty.
Yeah, man.
I am speechless, bro.
Yeah, man. That's fucked up, man.
Holy moly. She did a good one on you.
Yeah.
And now Your grandfather is compromised because this grandma is not your blood.
Yeah. 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 Because she's
She
whispering. She's whispering into
contributes
her
in
ears.
engineering him.
Yes. She's whispering into his ears. Oh,
Exactly. Exactly. Nobody even questioned the logic of you putting those things in writing. Nobody questions that. Logic of the window. Why would you write a letter? Even if that was true, why
yeah.
would you put it down in a letter? Nobody is
Yeah.
thinking.
Exactly. Yeah. Why would I put it down in a letter, man? Like, am I that stupid? Like, I leave the evidence. And why would I leave the letter behind then? Wouldn't I go with it or something? Or destroy it or something? Fuck, man.
Man. And she is and she's married happily ever after, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, now I can answer the question that you had asked me. So when was the last time I talked to her? The last time I talked to her. Oh, what happened? Where are you? The last time I
I'm
talked
here.
to her was that day when I told her just the day before I flew out of Kenya, because I never saw her after that, because I was always interfacing. When I flew back, I was only interfacing with her husband. Yes.
There was a paywall.
Oh man, dude, come on. You broke the tension there.
What?
Yeah, man.
You never saw her again.
Never saw her again. Never texted her, never nothing, man. That was the last I talked to her. 2017, December, man.
So she succeeded in curtailing you from getting the inheritance of the house from the grandfather by poisoning the grandfather.
There you
And
go.
she counted on the self-preservation of the step grandmother to do the rest of the dirty work.
There you go. There you go.
With a family like that, who needs enemies?
That's why I feel like I can talk freely about this now, because everything that I have now is self made. The person I am today is self made. It doesn't matter what they say or what they do. Can't touch me.
You are a phoenix. You rebuild yourself from the ashes.
From the ashes, man. That's it.
You stayed in a shelter place. The city council,
Yes.
the council seat, the London Council shelter
Bro,
home.
let me see. Let me show you the freaking room I was living in. I think I have that picture. Freaking hell. Let me see if I can find it. 1 second. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. 1 second here. Yes, here it is. Okay, let me see if I can share it with you. Where is this setting? Camera. Nope. Preview. Wait, is that the one?
There you
Yeah.
go. Yep.
Yeah. So, if you look at the picture,
Yeah.
there's just a mattress there. That mattress doesn't even have
Yeah.
a freaking bed sheet, nothing. The curtains, there were no curtains basically, right? In this
Yeah.
place, right? There were just these torn curtains and all that kind of stuff. This guy was the agent. This guy wasn't even my dad's friend. This was the agent that they brought in, and that was
Mhm.
basically it. I was just given this room, bro. I was using
Oh, this
my
is this is the house. This is the house of the friend of your dad.
no. It wasn't his house. You're not understanding. He talked to an estate agent that could find an available room for me to move into.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
At least he did this for me. And I was so
Yeah.
grateful, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I lived in this place for a month and then I got a job. And I don't know by what freaking miracle. I think 1st or 2nd January I was employed. I think 1st or 2nd January.
Wow. That was a
Bro.
quick transition. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy
Well,
moly, kilo.
when
Yeah.
poverty strikes and you need to get shit done. Yeah.
When you hit rock bottom, there is nowhere else to go.
There's nowhere
You
else to
can
go
only
but
go
up.
up.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Man.
Yeah. I lived on that mattress. I was using my clothes as a blanket. I couldn't even afford a blanket. I couldn't afford, like, man, dude. There was a broken ironing table on the side there. I was using that as a table to eat my dinner on. Fuck, man. It was a tough life. But
Now I understand why you have always been at liberty to speak about your auntie. Yeah. She's a stranger to you.
yes, we're not related.
Yeah.
I don't know her. If I ever see her,
Okay.
I'll be like, who's this person? Who's this? What are you talking about?
The guy asked you, what do you want?
What do you
What are you
want?
doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing here? Hey,
No way.
fucking hell. The same guy who was talking to me and telling me,
That was chit chatting with you when he was fine tuning your auntie.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now he's completely invested because now for the first time in 50 years, he has gotten his own space.
Yes,
Everything
his own
worked
space.
against you, bro. Everything worked against you.
Yeah. He finally got this 45-year-old retired Punani and it was like, oh, yes, I will fight for her. Whatever she tells me, I shall do. I will not question.
Wow.
Babe, do you want this guy out of the house? I will do it. Oh, he's your nephew. It's okay. I don't care. I'll kick him out. You tell me what you want me to do, babe. I'll do it. A man in love.
Holy moly.
I wish he watches this video. I wish he watches the first part of this video where I I was talking about the things she was doing because I never told him. I wish I did, but I completely dude, I was in so much depression. The last thing I could think about was talking to these guys and going back and fighting them. The only thing I was thinking about was where am I going to live? What am I going to eat? Where am I need a job. Man.
Man, God was very fair to us when he built us as men. We can recover from anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
In 2003, I stayed in a small room that only could fit
Dude, I
a
heard your
mattress on
story.
the floor.
I heard your story from Eric with Eric. Every time with Eric, I heard your story, bro, and I could relate so well to that story. Freaking hell, man. Yeah,
What?
yeah, yeah. That's life, man. That's life.
And here you are now.
Here
Eh?
I am today, bro.
The apex heartbreaker of Nairobi.
Yes. You know, I feel like my life has started. I've never
No
felt
wonder,
so
bro.
much more in, yeah, I've never felt so much more in control of my life.
Whoa.
Man.
Man, that's a freaking weird turn of events, bro. I never saw that story going like that.
Yeah,
Man, 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 man.
yeah, man.
Where I am almost about to tell you I'm so sorry for you, but sorry is not gonna fix anything. You fixed it yourself.
I had to. I had to. I had no one. The only thing that kept me going, my dad, my mom, my sister. These three people. That's it.
And you had a career, you had a skill set that you know you could market it anywhere.
Yes. And of course,
Yes.
the skill set.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually, speaking of the skill set, bro, I was doing some side projects. I was doing some side hustling here and there. It was because of these side projects and small side hustles that I did. I was able to build up my portfolio. That's how I was able to market myself and showcase and get employed like really quickly. By January, I think January 12th, I was already working. And the best part was it was fully remote, and I've been remote ever since.
Where?
Yeah, man. Life is
You know, in
crazy,
my
man.
language, the ancient language, there is a saying they say, "Mudrumeni kenyo kiagai." A man is a piece of God. You can
Hey,
build anything just like God from nothing. From nothing.
hey.
They have another one that says, "Kiremaru menekegaliore." And that is so deep. There's nothing impossible to a man.
Yeah.
Anything that looks like a mountain, a man can turn it over for the best. Kiremaru menekegaliore.
Yeah.
Kinodias you make a pitia.
As
So that's why
usual.
you are rewarding yourself by smashing these skinny girls.
Yes.
Now I
Now
get
I
where you're
deserve.
I get where you're coming from.
Now I deserve it, man. All right. On that note, bro, let's call it a session, man.
Time for dinner.
It's time for dinner, bro. I'm getting late, man.
Man, Kenodia. I'm happy for you, bro.
I really appreciate it,
You
man. Thank you so much,
recovered
man.
from the abyss, from the ashes. You rose like a phoenix bird.
Yeah, man.
What?
Yep. Onwards and upwards, man. Onwards and upwards. I feel like
It's
my life has started. It hasn't ended, man. What are you talking about? It started, man.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. People don't know where people have come from for them to be doing the things they do. We have this
Yes.
judgmental point of view that we can just look at somebody and just judge them because of what they are doing right now. But you have no idea what they have come through.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. You are rewarding yourself of the from the hardship you have gone through. In whatever category, in whatever classification, in whatever qualification, you create those rules of what the reward looks like for you, because
Yeah.
only you know your story.
Yeah.
Man, go have that dinner at Kimpiski.
Thank you so much, bro. Man, it's always a
Thank you,
pleasure,
man.
man. Always a pleasure, man.
Thank you, man.
Let's
Thank
try
you,
and link
thank you,
up
thank
next
you.
week. Let's try and link up next
Yeah,
week before I do some traveling here and there. And then next time
yeah.
you call me, you'll see where I'm at. I'll try and see if I can
Oh,
be on a stable connection, and then I'll show
yeah.
you. I'll give you a nice tour of where I'm at.
Got it.
All right,
All
man.
right.
Take it easy. I appreciate
All
you
right.
so much.